Top 10 deadliest storms of the 2000s that changed our history. In the last 2 decades, storms have become more than just weather events. They've become record breakers, city destroyers, and history makers. Today, we're counting down the 10 deadliest storms from 2000 onward that changed our understanding of nature's power. Before we begin this countdown, let's take a moment to remember that each number represents not just a statistic, but countless dreams, stories, and futures that were cut short. These weren't just casualties. They were parents, children, first responders, and everyday heroes who left behind communities forever changed. Their losses taught us crucial lessons that now help save others, ensuring their sacrifices weren't in vain. Number 10, Hurricane Harvey, 2017, United States, reported fatalities 107. A local resident spent 36 hours on his roof with his elderly mother, watching as 50 inches of rain, that's about 19 trillion gallons of water, transformed his city into an ocean. Harvey's rainfall was so extreme that it actually made Houston sink by 2 centimeters due to the sheer weight of the water. Scientific note: this phenomenon, called subsidence, demonstrates how modern storms can literally reshape our geography. Number 9, Hurricane Ian, 2022, United States, reported fatalities 161. The science behind Ian was terrifying. Its storm surge reached 15 feet. Imagine a 1-story house underwater. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Dedicated hospital staff stayed behind at a Fort Myers Medical Center in Florida, working 72 hours straight to keep patients alive while the building's roof was peeling away. Key lesson: Ian proved that modern building codes save lives. Homes built to post-2002 Florida standards were 66% more likely to survive. Number 8, Hurricane Helene, 2024, United States, reported fatalities 219. Here's what makes meteorologists lose sleep. Helene intensified from a tropical storm to a Category 4 hurricane in just 24 hours. Why? Ocean temperatures were 2 degrees Celsius above normal, a difference that pumped energy into the storm like gasoline on a fire. Key lesson: Helene showed us that rapid intensification is the new normal in a warming world. We must prepare for storms that can transform from mild to monstrous overnight. Number 7, Cyclone Idai, 2019, Southeast Africa, reported fatalities 1,303. No one expected a cyclone to cause this level of destruction in southeastern Africa, but Idai proved otherwise. Entire communities in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi were isolated for weeks, forcing rescue teams to airdrop supplies. Torrential rain and storm surge overwhelmed aging dams, turning neighborhoods into lakes overnight. Key lesson: Cyclone Idai highlighted the urgency of investing in climate-resilient infrastructure, especially in developing regions. Early warning systems and robust building standards can dramatically reduce loss of life. Number 6, Hurricane Katrina, 2005, United States, reported fatalities 1,333. The story of Katrina isn't just about wind and rain. It's about countless families who lost loved ones when their house in the lower 9th Ward in New Orleans was swept away by a 28-foot storm surge. That's taller than a 2-story building. The force of the water was so strong it moved a casino barge 3/4 of a mile inland. Key lesson: Katrina revealed that disaster response must account for social vulnerability. Emergency plans now prioritize helping elderly, disabled, and low-income residents evacuate first. Number 5, Hurricane Maria, 2017, Puerto Rico, reported fatalities 3,059. Imagine 11 months without power. That's what Puerto Rico faced after Maria destroyed 80% of its power grid. The blackout was so extensive it was visible from space. Brave medical professionals performed emergency surgeries by cell phone light while keeping insulin cold with bags of ice. Key lesson: Maria taught us that backup power isn't just convenient, it's life-critical. Puerto Rico now requires all hospitals to have generators and 10 days of fuel. Number 4, Cyclone Sidr, 2007, Bangladesh, reported fatalities 3,447, 10,000. Bangladesh is no stranger to tropical cyclones, but Sidr was a harsh reminder that the Bay of Bengal remains one of the world's most dangerous storm hotbeds. With wind speeds reaching up to 160 miles per hour, 260 miles per hour, the cyclone obliterated coastal barriers and inundated farmland far inland. While the death toll was still devastating, experts say it would have been far higher without improved warning systems and evacuation drills. Key lesson: Sidr emphasized the critical role of proactive disaster preparedness. Investments in storm shelters, robust communication networks, and community engagement can drastically reduce fatalities in a region historically prone to cyclones. Number 3, Storm Daniel, 2023, Libya reported fatalities 5,951 plus. When 2 dams collapsed in Libya, they released enough water to fill 30,000 Olympic swimming pools in minutes. The resulting flood moved at 20 miles per hour, faster than you can run. Climate scientists had warned that the Mediterranean was becoming a storm generator due to rising sea temperatures. Key lesson: Daniel proved that aging infrastructure can multiply a disaster's impact. Regular dam inspections and maintenance are now mandatory in many Mediterranean countries. Number 2, Typhoon Haiyan, 2013, the Philippines, reported fatalities 6,300. At 195 miles per hour, Haiyan's winds were strong enough to lift a Boeing 737 off the ground. The storm created a tsunami-like surge that reached the height of a 7-story building. One local fishing family survived by tying themselves to a sturdy palm tree for 6 hours. Key lesson: Haiyan showed that traditional shelters weren't enough for super typhoons. The Philippines now builds super shelters designed to withstand 155 miles per hour winds. We've witnessed firsthand how relentless Mother Nature can be. Entire cities submerged, dams collapsing in minutes, and surges taller than houses. But for all the devastation we've seen so far, our final storm stands alone. It didn't just break records, it redefined them. Brace yourselves for the single deadliest cyclone of the 21st century. Number 1, Cyclone Nargis, 2008, Myanmar, reported fatalities 138,373. When Nargis hit Myanmar's low-lying delta region, 80% of the protective mangrove forests were already gone, stripped away for firewood and farming. Each mile of mangrove forest can reduce storm surge by about a foot. Do the math. That's thousands of lives that might have been saved. Key lesson: Nargis proved that natural barriers like mangrove forests can save more lives than concrete seawalls alone. Myanmar has since restored over 50,000 acres of mangroves. These storms taught us that nature's power is formidable. Research shows hurricanes today can be up to 14% wetter and 23% larger on average due to global warming. But they also taught us about human resilience. Every disaster led to innovations in prediction, preparation, and protection. As our climate changes, these megastorms are becoming the new normal. The question isn't if another record-breaking storm will strike, but where and when. From Nargis's devastating surge to Helene's overnight intensification, each disaster has left us crucial survival lessons written in wind and water. What's your storm story? And more importantly, what's your survival plan? Share your experiences and preparedness tips in the comments below. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications to join our Weather Ready community. Because in this new era of extreme weather, knowledge isn't just power, it's survival. Stay safe, stay prepared, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.